Hey everybody, Sam Kavaris in the Nimnicht GMC Buick video sports update. Yeah, you can wear yourself out just talking about the Jaguars and thinking about all the things that they need to fix. I mean, it just can be exhausting. And if you watch that game against the Raiders, you can start at the beginning and go all the way to the end and find something that they need to work on. Clearly, the things that they can control right now, penalties, stupid. I mean, hands to the face on third down. Those are the kind of things, and Gus Bradley says, we need to clean those things up. What has to happen is the players need to take some accountability and some responsibility for those things because those are things they can control. You do find yourself occasionally falling into a culture of losing that I'm going to kind of be a lone wolf, do my own thing because we're going to get beat anyway. They can't accept that. They've got to stay together as a team despite the fact that they may not win a game. They'll win a game. Let me put it that way. But at this point, this coming Sunday against Seattle, they're going to be the largest underdog in the history of the franchise, probably 17.5 points. So when you get down to it here, where do you start? Well, you can talk about the quarterback. Chad Henne looks serviceable, certainly over Gabbard. Not great, but serviceable. Is Maurice Jones-Drew going to be able to play with that sprained ankle? Why wasn't Charles Woodson called for a horse collar, which is the exact play that the rule was meant for where he got hurt? Because when you have that leverage up here, it causes knee or ankle problems, and that's exactly what happened. Mercedes Lewis, is he going to play? I mean, the guy's been out basically for 4 weeks or more, and it's a tight calf muscle or something's going on there, but he can't get back on the field, and until he does, they're missing something. And of course, Justin Blackmon, with his own stupidity, keeping himself out of the first 4 games. So we won't really know if they're capable of doing anything on offense until they get all their guys back. You can talk all you want, do all this chest bumping about next man up, this and that, but come on. The next man up in these situations has been a guy that's substandard to the guy that's in the game already. And when you don't have that kind of depth, what the Jaguars don't have, you got to have your starting 22 out there or you're going to have some trouble. So I really think the offensive line has got to get their act together. I mean, Henne doesn't have the kind of time, nor is there any running game. There's no reason that they need to be pushed around like that. And on the defensive line, that doesn't have anything to do with the quarterback or anything else. Early in the game, they were just getting shoved around by the Raiders' offensive line. And look, they got Khalif Barnes and Tony Pashos. I mean, Barnes is a speed bump, and Pashos is a nice guy, solid player, but clearly past his prime. And both of those guys are former Jaguars who are just basically in the game for a bad Raider team. Good enough to beat the Jaguars, though, who will now stay on the West Coast. Maybe there'll be some team bonding for a young and experienced team. Practice at San Jose State, travel to Seattle this coming weekend, and play against the Seahawks on Sunday. Don't expect a victory, but see what they can fix. As Gus Bradley said, there were some small victories, and that's what he's counting on every week. Of course, he's the head coach. That's what he's paid to talk about. I'm Sam Kavaris, and that's the Nimnicht GMC video sports update.